So perhaps one of the biggest differences between writing a film, editing a film, and directing a film, especially compared to this vlog, is that it's a lot more work. Now obviously part of it's just the physical aspect. This vlog is 5 to 10 minutes a day, whereas a feature film is an hour and a half and is specifically crafted for that. And on top of that, where the vlog is just me, I'm working with a crew of 5 to 10 people on any given day. Now, of course, my crew is absolutely spectacular, and if I'm being completely honest, they're doing all of the hard work here. What I did directing really was a lot of the easy stuff. It's just a lot of sitting around surrounded by people much smarter than yourself. But even despite that, I would come home every night after our 10 to 14 hour shoots just absolutely exhausted. And when I say exhausted, I mean I would literally come home at 3, 4, 5 a.m., lay in bed and sleep pretty much 12 to 13 hours a day, wake up and do it all over again. And I did this for 2 weeks in a row. And it was absolutely brutal. I mean, I absolutely loved it, and I loved being on set and all of it, but it was a pretty intense 2 weeks. But now production is over, and we're now moving into the early stages of post-production, which I assumed would be easier. In a lot of ways, it is. My body just hasn't figured that out yet, so I've still been sleeping 10 to 12 hours. I mean, I went to bed at 10 o'clock last night, I didn't wake up till 8 this morning. Well, actually closer to 9, which is fine, and I know I need my sleep and all that and blah, 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 blah. It's just, well, there's a lot of things to do, and now I have even less time to do it. Now, if I'm being completely honest, in a lot of ways, I have less to do now than I ever had. I finished all of my schoolwork. I'm officially a college graduate or what have you. I'm done with production, so I'm just in post-production. I'm done with pretty much everything. I'm not going anywhere. Emily's gone, so I don't have her. So really all I have is the work that I do for one of my clients and post-production stuff, and yet I'm still busy like 12 hours a day. I thought, once we get into post-production, maybe I'd get back into tennis, maybe I'd go back to the gym again, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. Now, obviously, part of it's due merely to the fact that I'm sleeping 12 hours a day, so I'm only awake for 11 to 12 hours a day, so assumably, as I like to say, once I'm getting, back to 8 hours of sleep and awake for closer to 16, I'll have more time, but, we'll see. So for those of you wondering about the license plate fiasco of 2021, it still hasn't been solved. Of course, we were not able to find it yesterday. I'm gonna go to a kiosk today to see if I can get like a temporary sticker, and then the hope is that I can just record my license plate is lost, because it has been, and just get a new one. But until then, I hope I can get a temp sticker, because if not, they might tow my car. So here in Indiana, I don't know if this is true in other states, but at least here in Indiana, you can go to like little kiosks. I've gone to one before when I lost my actual physical license, but as I went in there and went through the things, I realized that to get like a little sticker for your license plate, that wasn't an option there. And I even asked someone about it, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna have to take a ticket and like actually go to like the actual BMV." And I saw there like 20 people, and of course it's the BMV, so I was like, I don't have 4 hours to sit here, and I know I can just fill out a form to get like a new lost license plate. I know I can do that. I just want something like temporary, so my car doesn't get towed. But I mean, I moved the car, and I guess I can just take it to my parents and just park it in there until my new license plate comes in. It's real bothersome. It's not my favorite thing in the world to do. I would, prefer if I didn't have to do this, but it's entirely my fault. It's someone else's fault. It's not like I can blame, the government or anyone else for this. It's entirely my fault that I lost the license plate or didn't put it on when I first got it. I should have just done that, but I didn't. So now I have completely put myself into this situation, no one else. So I'm going back home. I'll drive the car to my parents tonight, park it in the garage, order a new license plate. Which is fine. It's fine. So after spending certainly more time than any sane person should spend staring at one's own footage, I'm done for the day, I guess. I'll probably do a little more work. I have to actually work on this vlog, which I guess is different, sort of. But before I do that, I have to take my car to my parents' house because of the whole license plate fiasco, which I'm sure I'll figure out eventually. But I'm just gonna take it to my mom's for now. So the drop-off at my mom's house went fine, I guess. I mean, as much as dropping off a car at someone's house can go. No one's there. Jimmy's at his parents with Sophia, and of course my mom's on her way to Reno with Emily, so I just dropped it off and Brandon took me home. When I say drop-off like that, it sounds like a dropping off drugs or like some sort of secret thing. I'm not. It's just my crummy old car that the more I think about it, and having driven it today for the first time in 3 months, the more I think, I really don't like this car. I should really sell it. And it's not like I drive this car because, I just love the car or have some sort of attachment to it. It's just, we don't have the money for a new car, which the plan is just to not have a car for a while, which is fine. I mean, having 2 cars is just not really necessary, but having to sell it just seems like a lot of work. So I'm just not going to think about it for the time being and just see where the world takes me.